Alright, start with the sky. Start with the sky, milky white, Chinese white with cerulean blue. Get that milky sky going at the beginning here. Right on thick. First wash doesn't need to be perfect. Get it on there. Alright, leave little white bits in there. Okay. Then we want hills in the background to be like a dark purplish greenish thing. That's how I think of colors. I go ish. I just put ish because that's just how I think about them. Alright. Here we go with just make that a little lighter. Lighter yellow. Background. This is just the first wash. I'm just going quick, easy here. I'll go over these hills again in the second wash. Yeah. And then we got the water coming in there. Should be similar to the sky. Just quick, I think I'll just use one wash for the water probably. Leave the white that comes through. There, that looks good if it does that. There. Alright, so boat. Oh, wait, let's just make sure. So go fairly light on the boat, light colors. For this first wash, I'll make it darker when I go on the second wash. Make it kind of this ugly yellow thing, just for this first wash here. Oh yeah. That's right. Ugly yellow. That's what this color is, ugly yellow. Actually, I kind of like it for the underneath wash that will happen on this vintage boat here. Yeah, so I will go in on the second wash and make sure this boat comes together. This is an important part of the painting. Okay. Then we have this kind of house thing back here. Quick wash, that's kind of in the distance. Then we quickly come down here for all this kind of green ground stuff. There's bushes that I will put in later on the corners here. Easy, relaxing stuff on the first wash. Alright, and then we have more water that comes into this part. These are kind of like docks. And then over here, that's going to be the docks, so we will just put some orange on there because I'm going to make that browner later. Yeah, so this part of the painting is the fun, relaxing part. just kind of lay it on. Lay it on roughly. Don't want that to bleed in there too much. No water though. It's fine if it does a little bit. That's right. And, oh yeah, I also need more water to be behind the boat. I missed that white part there. Make sure I clean out my brush so that I don't get green in there. And then just a little bit behind there, right? Ooh, I don't know. There we go. Okay. Whoa, this dripped onto my first wash. Whatever. This is all just first wash stuff, so doesn't even matter for this one. It's just kind of just killing the white of the paper, as they say. So it doesn't even matter that much. So then we're done that first wash. So let's dry this and then I'll add stuff to it, add the second wash. Good enough for what we're doing here. So let's go and add some, because that sky is super boring when there's no clouds or anything in there. So let's add some dark purplish, blackish clouds. Make this more interesting. Should I keep that more bare, more clouds over here, or should I add more clouds over here? Let's just, let's just not think about it too much. That's right, wispy clouds. Wispy clouds. And come more down here too. Alright, I'm going to get some water and just make sure that kind of blends nicely into the sky. That looks better. Especially over here. I do kind of want these clouds over here to be darker, maybe. That's right. That's looking more like a Maritimes day. Let it bleed into each other. I like that kind of abstract kind of sky. It's fun to do that. All right, and yeah, a little bit more in here again. Yeah. Good. Okay. Nice. We got some white in there. We got some stuff happening. It looks like it's moving. Okay, and now let's go to those background hills, which I want to do kind of carefully. I mean, they are in the distance, but I still want to do them kind of carefully. They are taking up a lot of the painting, so. So what's that going to be? Kind of like a greenish yellowish thing, greenish yellowish, but not too light either. Add some different colors in there too. So let's, yeah, that's right. As it's coming down. And I'll leave a little of the highlights of the first wash in there, I think. Make some darker parts over here, because there are trees and stuff coming down here. How do I? That's right. Some darker parts over here too. Yeah, that's right. That'll look good if this part's a little different. That's right. Do it in quick. Don't think too much about it for this kind of painting. That's right. And then water it down for that one part, which is more in the distance. Yeah, that's right. It looks good. Maybe a little too many highlights. Kind of bleed into the water a bit. That's good. Okay. Maybe add with the fan brush a bit of those trees that are a little bit closer to us. Just a few of them here. These can make the trees pretty easily, this brush. Yeah, I like that. That looks interesting. There we go. And over here too. Nice. Okay, that's coming along. Alright, so now the part that I was kind of dreading. It's the most important part of the painting. It's the boat. So we just gotta do it. So what brush am I gonna use? Don't want to use one that's too big or too small. Let's go for the number, what number is this? The 12? Yeah, I think that would do. So, maybe this top part will be orangey and then the bottom part will be like a brownish purple. I think that will look vintage. Alright, let's see how this goes. Make sure that mixing this in well, that it's fairly dark. Add some, there, how about that? Yeah, orangey. Something like that. Yeah, that looks good. Well, for that outer part, I want to keep that lighter because it's darker inside than outside of the thing, so let's keep that outer part first. Make it like kind of yellowy. Yellowy. Alright. Because I want to keep those windows in. That comes all the way down to that bit. Get some highlights in. Okay, so this should show that it's the outside of the boat. Ooh. Gotta watch out when I'm doing that. There's the roof of the thing, so it shows it's the roof. Okay, so that's the outside of it. Quickly add in some of the window stuff going on there while it's wet. That should look like a window. There we go. That's good. Make it more square. There we go. Actually, square at the bottom. Don't want to fuss too much, but they do gotta look like windows. Okay, now the inside of it will be just a darker version of that. Make sure I'm mixing things well. I make the mistake sometimes of just not mixing enough. And it doesn't look as good. Okay, so here's the inside of it, a little darker. Again, I want to keep some of those windows. Well, I'm probably getting paint from my hand onto the painting, but you know what? Whatever. All part of that loose feel I'm going for this one, maybe. We got the doors, we got the windows. So this is going to kind of bleed down into all these weird little shapes that they don't need to be discernible, really. They're just part of the boat. Can all bleed into each other. This part. That looks better anyway, yeah. That's right, fresh. Yeah, that's right. I'll go in. I think there were some steps in there. I don't know if I can start putting them in now. And there was like a shape there, and a shape there. Shouldn't matter too much, this part. All these little things in there shouldn't matter too much. It's the whole shape that I would say matters rather than the little things. Windows inside, and the door inside. Well, it bled a little bit. That's actually not too bad if it does that. Join it all. Yeah. Go in later and touch up things that look out of place with the darks. Okay, so then the bottom part of the boat. This part I know I'm going to cover this later with thistles and bushes that are kind of popping out of the left side. But so this bottom part of the boat I'll do here now. With that purplish, we've got to go heavier than that. Heavier than that. And I like the underneath wash showing through. I think that ugly yellow I picked actually works for this situation. I've got to go a little bit darker, a little bit heavier. There we go. Need some highlights. That's right. Well, I will fix the little like fences and things I'll add in later. This is kind of just getting the shape of it down. I'm just kind of join it to the ground a bit. And then yeah, so that's good. Darks will kind of complete that later. Then there's this background house thing. Maybe we should have done that first. The chimney, I'll probably add some smoke to that chimney. Give some atmosphere. Alright, so moving on to the docks. I'll have to wait till this dries before I can work on it and like really flesh it out, because it does look like a mess right now. But it won't when I add in the darks. Whoops! Just splash some water on there by accident. I don't want to do that too much. There we go. Hey, maybe it helped. Okay, so those docks in the background. Something brown, purplish brown. Just kind of do it quickly. There we go. That's already looking better. Join it with this boat. And there's those shapes. And hopefully this dries sometime quick so that I can work on it when I'm done this. I've got little shapes there. I don't know what that is. Okay. And then we got the other boats. Here. Another one here. Do this quickly. And then, is this dry enough? I probably want to wait till it's dry enough to put in those posts. In the meantime, I do think that water actually does need another wash. You know, at first I said it didn't, but disagreeing now. too dark. Yeah, it totally did. Oh, I totally washed over that, so I'm gonna have to go over that part again. All right, down here again. Okay, I feel like I know this needs more texture or something. Make it look old. Splash some water on it. Make it look old. I'm going to go in later and kind of make sure that it fleshes this out. It looks better. Okay. So, ooh. That's right. That's right. So we got another wash here. So now this last and third wash that I'm going to put in after drying once again will flesh this painting out. Yeah, if I was outside doing it, I'd let the sun dry it, but inside. That boat looks like a mess. I'm gonna fix it right now. All right, I'm gonna fix that boat with a bunch of dry brush, and you'll see. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Watercolors, what I've seen other people do, and from what I've done myself, look like a mess often until you're like adding in the final stuff. So here, that fence here, we'll start with that. We don't want it to be a dry brush. Let's go a little drier than that. Got a little line there, got stairs. There's something going there. Something going in there. Those parts aren't important. Okay. These parts are important. That's right. Gotta concentrate for this part. There we go. And the fence of the boat, and it really starts to come together. Make those lines nice. Yeah, I'm gonna add some of the darks in the windows here too, kind of make that stand out. And this line here is important because that shows that it's the outside of the boat, right? Oh yeah, and there's all these stuff up here too. Yeah. That dry brush really helps bring this together, doesn't it? Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, that looks a lot better already. So, got the dry parts in here. Now I do want to go over that bottom part again. That needs to be stronger again. This, strong right here. There we go. Yeah. Maybe take out a bit there. And fix this. Fix this edge too. So there we go, that's better. It's all working. It's all working. And there's this edge down here too. All right, and sometimes I just throw water at it. You know, make sure unexpected things happen. Sometimes. Yeah. Okay. There we go for that. So probably add more dry brush later on to that. Do you feel like there needs to be browner though in this face still? There. Well, it's wet. There we go. Actually looks a lot better. Okay. All right, don't touch any more of that. You're going to ruin it if you touch that too much. I want this door to stand out though. Okay. There we go. Okay, and I will go in later with whites as well. So why don't I focus while that's drying on the right side of the painting a little more again. Where did like my small brush go so that I can do those posts? Like a little brush. Losing brushes over here. We'll just do it with this thing then. Oh, it fell in the water. Oh God. Fell in the water. Okay. So, not looking forward to doing these posts. I don't like this kind of stuff because I always mess it up. But, gotta do it. Little things. Make sure that the brush is dry enough. Alright, just gotta do it. Also make sure my hand isn't too wet. Okay. Start with this one. Need more paint on there. I've got to hold it like so close to the end of the brush so I get it. Okay. I'll add some white into that lantern later. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. That's right. This is why I don't like doing this because I always mess this up. But just gotta do it quickly and not think about it. There's no lines. It's these straight lines that drive me crazy. Straight little lines are not the funnest thing. And there. Okay. Alright, did it. Don't think too much about it. I'm gonna blot it out a bit so it's not too strong because this has to be the focus of the painting, not that. And I'm gonna fix that shape that I lost over here. Whatever this is. Alright, and then, yeah, why don't I just add some stuff? Just gotta be more movement over here, just stuff going on over here, right? Just whatever. Not so flat. There's gotta be something like some kind of shapes. Posts or something, right? Yeah. Stuff going on. Posts. Stuff that you would see at a dock. Yeah. Just whatever. Okay, yeah. Let's make that more round there. Okay, and then this fence thing is pretty important actually. Oh man, whatever. It's just a fence. Okay, oh boy. Just gotta go for it. Just a thing that leads into the docks. This is bugging me right here, whatever I did here. Okay, whatever, it's just stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna take that out. What was I doing? Sometimes you just think that something looks good and then you realize it doesn't and then you take it out. All right, that's better. That's better. Okay. As long as it doesn't dry, you can always fix it, right? All right, and then there's these boats over here. Do that again. It's like the sail over here. Yeah, you know, that sail's here too. That's right. Okay. Fix that. There. Okay. So then, make that more fuzzy. There we go. It's coming along, everybody. It's coming along. Gotta keep going, even if you don't think it's working, you just gotta keep going. I know this has to be darker in here. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. So now let's go over for these thistles happening on the right and left. That will help bring this along and hopefully make this into not a shite painting. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All right. So using the fan brush and just adding in those thistles. Oh, it's gonna blend into the water if I make it too blue. Get into the water with blue, so I will make it greener. There we go. Thistles and stuff coming out. That looks better. Nice and loose, not thinking about it too much. There we go. That's good stuff. And then on this side too, this will bring it together. Yeah. I'm gonna put it over top of the ship. I kind of want to lose the ship in it a bit. That's what the plan was. So this actually has to be really thick, this part. So I want to lose the ship in here. Like I gotta like actually go quite strong in there. I gotta go thick and strong in there. I don't want the bottom of the ship to be too there. Yeah, that's right. I don't want to take up too much of the ship either. Can use the end of the brush and hopefully show that they're thistles and things. Darken it here in the foreground. Add some water to it. Oh boy, the ship is still coming through, so I gotta really darken that up. We'll just make like these dark thistles. That's right. Just really, yeah, there we go. Coming down even the bottom here. That's better. Blend this in. Blend this in. That is coming along. Throw more water at it. Probably go over that with some just dark dry brush. When that dries. Yeah. Danger here of overworking this part. Danger. That's when paintings get ruined, when you do stuff like what I'm doing right now. Just really gotta make this blue though. Alright, stop. Stop before you ruin it, Strauss. Okay, so what I don't like, don't like how I have the ship coming through bushes here. Like I don't want the ship to show too much through these bushes. So like once this dries, I'm actually gonna add a really dark right there. Really dark, and a bold on it. So yeah, I don't want the boat. I don't want the boat to show through right here. I want it to blend in with thistles and bushes going in right there. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to go dark and have more paint on it than water. This almost dry brush. Really lots of stuff going on here, just all kinds of stuff. Dark, even get black in there. And then, hopefully this works. If this works, it's a painting. If it doesn't, then I've lost a painting. Yeah, that's working. It's working. Okay. And then at the bottom, more green like that. There we go. That's working now. Just gonna throw some of that stuff on it there. That's looking good. That's right. Some orange in there too. There we go. If all else fails, just throw things at the painting. Yeah. Okay, so try some of those now. So now I just feel to complete this, we need to add white, so the gouache should do it. Also, you know what? It's kind of boring over here. Kind of boring over there, so I'm gonna again make another change. Just gotta look back at the painting and make the alterations that you need to make. Just a glaze right here. It's just kind of boring back there. So let's just make it a little more interesting over here. Just a light, more dimension over here, just because it is kind of just boring. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now using gouache, is that how you pronounce this? Gouache. Going to first put in the lights, the lamps, and then add some white highlights to the boat. This will look better. It'll stand out more. And then white highlights, so there's a white highlight right here. Yeah, that's already coming out on better. And then on the rail here a bit. And then I think we'll leave some stuff coming there. Where else? Maybe on this rail too. A little bit there. And yeah, up there where the light will be hitting it the most. And I do take away the gouache, and I do now seeing that more dry brush should happen on the inside of the boat. With the darks, I want that boat to look amazing. That boat is the most important part of this painting. Just that dark stuff in there. Dry brush some. Ooh, maybe that's a little bit too dark. You're always fixing stuff when you're doing watercolor. Fixing your own mistakes. Huh, that might have looked better. Brings it forward more anyway. I can take some of that out. What I don't want to do is fuss, because that will destroy this thing. Need to add some darks. These thistles. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what else? Is there anything else? Am I in danger of ruining it if I keep going? I know there's this darker part here that needs to line up. Whatever is going on here. It will look better if I blend that into the water there. Yeah. Anything else? So yeah, there's a chimney back here. I think it would be fun to add a bit of smoke to that. Coming down there. And then I promise you, then I'll stop, because I'm going to, if I keep going, even just through personal experience, I will literally just ruin the painting by going too far, doing too much. Add a bit of smoke just coming out of that chimney, just to, that's right. That's good. Put some interest over there. And finish this edge off a bit. Yeah, well, let's take off the tape. I still feel that this bottom of this boat needs something. There's that edge, there. There's that edge, and then it does need to meet the ground at the bottom there a little better, right? The shadow, yeah. Boom, 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 one stroke's better. Before I destroy this painting, okay. All right, I think I need to stop now, or I will. I think I need to stop now. Okay, I'm gonna stop right now. Take off the paint, take off the, we'll know if this painting works once I take off the tape. Right now I'm not positive it does, but let's see what happens. Take this off. Yeah, I mean, that's all right. It's all right, it was fun. Struggled some parts, but that's part of watercolor. Not everyone works, but I think this one's pretty cool, actually. I like the vintage boat over here. I like the dark thistles going over top of it. Yeah, it's kind of like later in the evening. It kind of has a vibe to it. Yeah, it works, I think. All right.